$5 million. That's what silence costs in this town. You're sitting in a chair made of Italian leather, the LA skyline bleeding through the blinds behind you. On your mahogany desk sits a golden Oscar, and across from you, a sweaty, greasy journalist who found something he never should have gone looking for. He thinks he has you by the throat. He thinks the flash drive in his hand is enough to burn down your $200 million empire. You slowly open the safe, pull out the stacks, and drop them on the table. He reaches for the money like a starving dog, and you smile, because he doesn't know yet that somebody already cut his brake lines. But you didn't always solve problems with cash and accidents. Let's rewind. Level 1. The runner. It's pouring rain. You're standing ankle-deep in a puddle, holding a massive black umbrella over a balding director who's screaming at his assistant because his oat milk latte is half a degree too hot. Welcome to Hollywood, the city where dreams come true. As long as your dream is sleeping 3 hours a night and eating shit from people who peaked creatively in 2007 and have been punishing everyone around them for it ever since. At this level, you don't have a name. You're, hey, get me this. Hey, where the hell are you? And, hey, if you screw this up, I will end you. You exist to absorb problems that would land a normal person in federal prison. The illegal ones, the humiliating ones, the we never speak of this again ones. Congratulations. You have a job. Your job is to clean up after people who make 100 times your salary and have the emotional maturity of a Labrador with a cocaine problem. Literally and figuratively. You pick up a A-lister's dry cleaning. You run errands for people whose assistants have assistants. And one afternoon, you walk into a trailer and find a masterpiece. Shattered mirrors, blood on the couch, and a pile of white powder on the glass coffee table that could generously be described as a small mountain range. A normal person calls the cops. A normal person has a panic attack and quits on the spot. You are not a normal person. You're already doing math. You pull out your phone. Click. Photo of the powder. Click. Photo of the star's passport sitting right next to it. You're not cleaning up a mess. You're building an insurance policy. There's a difference, a very profitable one. Then your moment arrives. 10 minutes before the most important press junket of the year, the studio's golden boy is locked in a bathroom with 2 girls and enough cocaine to sedate a horse. The current manager is running in circles, sweating through his suit, quietly praying to a god he stopped believing in sometime around his 3rd divorce. The studio head looks like he's about to have a medical episode on the carpet. And you? You kick the door in. No lecture, no speech. No, I'm very disappointed in you. You grab the ice bucket, dump it directly on the face of America's sweetheart, shove some cash at the girls, strip them out through the back exit, find a clean shirt from somewhere, slap the guy hard enough to put some color back in his face, and push him straight out to the cameras. 3 minutes. Problem dissolved. Crisis evaporated. Nobody saw anything. The studio head stares at you. He doesn't see the intern with the umbrella anymore. He sees a weapon. Starting tomorrow, he says, you work for me. Level 2. The fixer. You don't carry coffee anymore. You carry black suits and fat envelopes. You're a talent manager now, an agent, a fixer. Your phone rings 24/7, and every single call is someone else's catastrophe that you have to patch together with cash, threats, and an alarming amount of creativity. Back alley behind an exclusive club, 2 in the morning. A paparazzi caught a beloved teen idol doing something that would end careers, tank franchises, and traumatize a generation of middle schoolers. You stand in the dark, light a cigarette, and slide a thick envelope across to the photographer without making eye contact. These photos don't exist, you say. He nods and disappears into the night. Another crisis that never happened. You've had 4 this week. The next morning, a rising actress is sitting in your office crying. Her boyfriend left her. The director is cutting her scenes. She needs someone in her corner. Someone who actually cares. You put a hand on her shoulder. You smile. Warm, understanding, full of what appears to be genuine human compassion. Your eyes are completely dead. You're already running the math on selling her contract to a competing studio before lunch. Empathy in Hollywood, is just another skill you simulate, like crying on cue, like pretending the script is good, like saying, "This is my passion project," about a film that is objectively about a talking dog who solves crimes. You grow. You start using the leverage you collected back on level 1. Studio head wants to dump one of your clients. You casually leave an envelope on his desk containing photos of his wife and the tennis instructor. Your client gets the lead role. You stop asking. You start dictating. But it's still not enough. You've spent 2 years keeping this studio out of courtrooms, tabloids, and congressional hearings, and your name is nowhere. Not on the poster, not in the credits, not even in the fine print that nobody reads. You're a ghost who does the real work while idiots with good hair take the meetings. You go to the boss, the same guy who pulled you off the floor. You ask for executive producer credit. He laughs in your face. "You're still just a glorified janitor in a nice out," he says. Bad move. You don't argue. You reach into your briefcase and set a yellow folder on his desk. 2 years in the making. Offshore accounts, tax fraud, records from private parties that would make the evening news run a week-long special and end at least 3 marriages. You watch the smile drain out of his face like water out of a bathtub. "I think it's time you retired," you say quietly, "for your family's sake." His hand is shaking when he signs the paperwork. The king is dead. Long live the king. Level 3, the monster. Corner office. All of Los Angeles spread out below you like something you own, because in most ways that matter, you do. A chair made from leather that costs more than most people's cars. You're running the whole operation now. You greenlight $200 million films without reading the script. You don't care about art. Nobody in this building actually cares about art. Art is the excuse you give at press junkets. A movie is a mechanism. It converts 100 million into 300 million, and whatever story happens in between is just the packaging. Red carpet, cameras flashing like a lightning storm. The talent swarms around you, all veneers and spray tans and therapy buzzwords, calling you a visionary, hugging you for the cameras like your old friends. These are people who cried in your office 6 months ago. People you threatened. People who would genuinely light you on fire if they thought they could get away with it. But here they are, smiling. Because you can build a star out of a nobody with one phone call and destroy an Oscar winner with one whisper, and every single person on this carpet knows it. Then, 3 in the morning, your phone rings. Your leading man, the face of a billion-dollar franchise, drove drunk into somebody. The project is on fire. Studio stock is going to crater it open. A normal producer starts drafting apology statements and crying into his sparkling water. You put on your shoes. You drive to the precinct. The chief of police meets you in person. You don't raise your voice. You speak quietly, almost gently. "How much does a new hospital cost in your district, chief?" You open the briefcase. You buy the law. The witness suddenly can't remember anything. The surveillance footage develops a mysterious technical malfunction. The guy under the wheels turns out to have been partially at fault. The story dies before it breathes. That's how this city works when you know the right people. And you have spent years making sure you know all of them. Morning. You have the actor brought to your office. He's shaking. He's crying. He's swearing he'll get clean. He'll be better. This was the last time. He means it this time. He really means it. You walk up close. You grab him by the collar of his designer shirt. "You are not a person," you say, low and even. "You are an asset. And if you ever threaten my investment again, I will make sure the last job you ever book is a local car dealership commercial in Fresno. Are we clear?" He nods, barely breathing. Total control. The apex predator. Dolby Theater. Thousands of people on their feet. The whole room erupting. You're standing on stage holding the Academy Award for Best Picture. Thank you to my family. Thank you to the team. Art changes the world. The standard script pours out of your mouth on autopilot. You deliver every word with perfect sincerity, perfect humility, perfect gratitude. You are the best actor in this entire building, and you have never once stood in front of a camera. The door of the Maybach closes behind you and cuts off the noise of the world like a scalpel. You look at the statue in your hands. People destroy themselves, their bodies, their relationships, their sanity, just to touch one of these. For you, it's a heavy piece of gilded metal, a decent paperweight for new contracts. You've seen more meaningful objects in the gift shop at LAX. Your phone buzzes. Message from your new runner. Boss, our lead actor went off again tonight. Beat someone up at a bar. Press is already there. What do we do? You smile in the dark of the back seat. Slowly, like something that hasn't needed to hurry in a very long time. An independent, comfortable star is a liability. A star staring down actual prison time? That's a loyal asset for the next decade. Grateful, compliant, affordable. And his new contract is going to cost you a third of what it would have yesterday. Funny how that works. You toss the Oscar onto the seat beside you like a gas station receipt. You type back, call the police, let him sit in a cell until morning. Tomorrow, I buy him for nothing. People like to think Hollywood is a dream factory. It's a slaughterhouse, and you've got the sharpest knife in the building.